Good evening, officers and members of the Clinton Rotary Club, members of the school committee, teachers of Clinton High School, fellow students. My name is Cody Cavaco, and it is my honor and privilege to serve you as your director for this solemn induction ceremony. Will you please stand and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Mr. Lincoln Ashline.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Thank you, Lincoln. I would like to introduce our National Honor Society President, Ms. Samantha Ford.
As the president of Clinton's National Honor Society, I would like to welcome Dr. Meyer, Mr. Cermak, and Mr. Miko. I would also like to welcome parents, family, friends, and faculty who have made it here tonight. Most of all, I would like to welcome the new inductees. It has been a journey to get to this point, demonstrating the tenets of the National Honor Society along the way, but it is not time to take off your pack, it is time to cinch up the straps. Today is just a waypoint for your high school career. Now your journey continues, not as an individual, but with a group. The motto for Clinton's National Honor Society is service is a lifestyle. With this in mind, I welcome you, congratulate you, and look forward to serving with you in the future.
Thank you, Sam. The symbol of our society, the flaming torch, will be lit by Ms. Kylie Dobeck. Thank you, Kylie. I'd like to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Stephen Meyer.
There's like a thing back here you can stand on, but I don't think I need it. Good evening. Look at that service. Good evening. Becoming a member of the National Honor Society is quite an accomplishment. So to all of you being inducted this evening, congratulations. You've demonstrated scholarship, leadership, character, and service, the four tenets of the National Honor Society. And you've managed to do so in spite of the many challenges that you've faced over the last few years. I think back to when I was a high school principal, and there was sort of a picture of what each of these tenets meant and looked like. And you could sort of see how NHS students conducted themselves differently during the school day. And I know over the last few years that picture's been a little different. The last few years it's been a challenge just to have school, let alone excel at it. You should be proud of the fact that you have been identified as one who's able to demonstrate these tenets regardless of the circumstances. So to all the inductees and the current NHS members, remember that being inducted into NHS is not a one-time thing. This is recognition of the person you have become and the effort that you have put in throughout your entire school career, and an expectation that you will live up to these tenets moving forward. To the senior members of NHS, congratulations on your accomplishments. I know that you've missed out on some of the traditional rites of passage during your high school career, but I'm glad that you'll get to experience the traditional NHS senior banquet tonight following the ceremony. Speaking of the banquet, I'd like to thank the Rotary for their continued sponsorship of the Clinton chapter of the NHS, including the senior banquet. Finally, I'd like to also recognize and thank all the family and friends that we have in attendance tonight. The support that you've shown these students is part of the reason that they've all been able to make it here tonight. Once again, congratulations to all of our inductees. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Meyer. I would now like to introduce the president of the Clinton Rotary Club, Ms. Kristen D'Amico.
I do need the booster. Good evening, National Honor Society students, family, friends, CHS faculty, and administration. It is a pleasure to have the opportunity to represent the Clinton Rotary Club this evening at the National Honor Society induction ceremony. I am proud to be here as new members are inducted into the National Honor Society, as well as to speak to the seniors as you approach this momentous event of graduation and as you prepare to set off into the world as adults. My name is Kristen McNamara D'Amico, and I am a lifelong resident of Clinton. I am also a Clinton High School graduate. We will not discuss how many number of years it has been since my graduation. Let's just say it was a while ago. I also had the honor of being a classmate of your fearless leader, Mr. Cermak. I could tell you some stories about our high school days, but I will refrain from doing that and embarrassing Mr. Cermak. Being a lifelong Clintonian, I have also had the privilege of knowing many of the faculty and staff of the amazing Clinton school system. So I can say with absolute certainty, you should be very proud of your school, your town, and the wonderful experiences you have been afforded by being a member of this truly amazing community. There are not many communities you will find that are as close-knit and as caring and supportive as Clinton, Massachusetts. For those of you who do not know what Rotary is, it is an international organization with over 1.4 million members worldwide, and it has been in existence for over 110 years. The motto of Rotary is service above self. There are many chapters of Rotary that are community-based organizations whose goal is to provide service to others, promote integrity, and advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through our fellowship of business, professional, and community leaders. The vision of Rotary is that together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. Rotary is an organization I am very proud to be a member of, and I hope that many of you will use your talents and knowledge to find an organization or a mission to do good in the world as you move on to bigger and better things beyond the walls of Clinton High. To those of you sophomore and junior students with time remaining at Clinton High School, I encourage you to utilize your remaining time here by being the best that you can be. You have an amazing gift and have the ability to make positive change within your school and your community by using those gifts to give back. I encourage you each to find a mission or a cause that you are passionate about and put effort into making your vision a reality. Even a small gesture can have a big impact on someone's life or within your community. To the seniors that will set off into the world to make a life for yourself, never forget where your roots are. You will go in many different directions. Some of you will go off to college, some of you will join the workforce, some of you may join the armed forces, and others may choose different paths. Some of you will stay right here in Clinton. Others will move to other parts of the state or other states and countries entirely. You have a clean slate to make and live your best life. Whatever you choose, you have the chance to make a difference. Take that chance. Use your gift in positive ways to be the change you want to see in your community and the world. Always remember Clinton is your home, and always take pride in that fact. If you had asked me many years ago when I was sitting in your position where I thought I would be in 2022, I certainly never thought I would be here at Clinton High School speaking to you on behalf of the Clinton Rotary Club. But here I am, killing it. The thought of speaking in front of a group of people like this would cause extreme anxiety and fear when I was your age. That's not to say that I'm totally comfortable up here. However, my point is that I have learned and grown and stepped outside of my comfort zone to overcome those fears. As a result, I have achieved things I never thought were possible. I've experienced so many amazing things and have countless blessings because I've taken risks and I've grown up in such an amazing community. And that is why it is important for me to give back to the community and the people that have supported me and helped me to reach my goals. I also hope to help others to do the same. No, things didn't always go as planned, and that's all right too. I learned from my mistakes and moved on with the knowledge and experience to make better, different choices the next time. You too will encounter many things that will scare you, that will make you nervous, and you will ponder whether you are making the right decision. But always remember, you must step outside of your comfort zone in order to continue to grow. Whatever challenge you face, know you will come out stronger and will hopefully learn a valuable lesson as a result. So spread your wings, take chances, and step out of your comfort zone. Every decision, every action, and every interaction can have an impact on your life and on someone else's life. Don't let setbacks and unforeseen circumstances stop you from always moving forward, learning, and growing. Every setback sets you up for a comeback. You never know how you can influence or impact someone else's life or perspective. Use every opportunity and use your skills, your knowledge, and your experience to make a positive change and make a positive impact on someone or something. We've all certainly experienced unprecedented events over the past few years and have been faced with many challenges due to the pandemic. We all have been forced to adapt to new ways of doing things and new ways of learning. You should be extremely proud of your accomplishments of achieving academic excellence despite the challenges and unknowns of the past few years. Congratulations to you all for achieving this academic milestone. You have the foundation of greatness that can inspire and influence others and can be the difference between success and failure and positive or negative outcomes. If you put your mind to something, you can be unstoppable. So in conclusion, if I can give you students any advice based on what I have learned, it would be to remember your roots here in Clinton, but to spread your wings and go out into the world and do great things. Give back to your family, your friends, and your amazing community. We never know what the world has in store for us, but we can choose to remain positive and optimistic despite the most challenging of times. You can choose to be the change you hope to see in the world to make it a better place for everyone. You can choose to be the change you hope to see in your community to make it a better place to live. You have choices, and I hope you choose to be the difference the world needs. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you, and good night.
Thank you, Mrs. D'Amico. The symbol of the National Honor Society is the keystone and flaming torch. At the base of the keystone are the letters C, S, L, and S, which represent the 4 principles of the society. The keystone forms the base and holds the perfect arch of stability, just like our education that must be held firm and true to the purpose of life by the virtues represented in the symbol. The purpose of the National Honor Society is to encourage high character, scholarship, leadership, and service. The first of these, character, will be discussed by our treasurer, Ms. Stella Brule.
Thank you, Cody. As Ronald Reagan once said, you can tell a lot about a fellow's character by his way of eating jelly beans. Now, there are numerous ways to define character, and a quick Google search will bring up many results talking about being a person in a novel or movie, and I'm sure we're all familiar with that type of character. But tonight, I would like to talk about a different character: your morals. As some of you may know, I work at an assisted living home as a dietary aide, which is just a fancy way of saying I'm a waitress for the elderly. And one morning, I'd woken up at my usual 5:30 a.m., just as tired as I had been the night before. I was going through my day with a headache brewing, and on top of that, I had to work later. So I'd go home from school, eat a quick snack, and trudge to work. Now, one quality about waitressing is that it's always hectic. I serve around 20 residents, and usually they come up around 3 or 4 at a time, which gives me plenty of time to take their orders, get their food, and give it to them before the next bunch comes up. But today, that didn't happen. About 10 residents came up all at the same time, all wanting their food right away. Now, I'm trying to run around and get everyone the food that they need, but some quick math will let you know that there's 10 of them, only 1 of me, and I've only got 2 hands, so people are having to wait. So on top of that, a resident starts complaining, telling me how slow I'm being, how their food's cold, how I can do absolutely nothing right, and I feel awful. I trudge away, trying to hold back tears, just wishing the day would be over. I go to start bussing someone else's table, and they look at me, and they simply say, "You're doing a great job." Don't listen to them. You're doing a great job. Now, those 2 sentences didn't take them more than 30 seconds, but on a day like that one, it had meant the world to me. She didn't get a medal for saying it. She wasn't required to do that, and yet she did because she cared. She did it, and it showed her character. Character doesn't have to be some grand act where you donate all your money to charity or join the Peace Corps, and while those are great things to do, character lives within the small day-to-day things that you do to make your world a better place. Simple things like when you say please and thank you or hold the door for the person behind you. They say, I see you and I care. It's the little acts that show that you're just a good person. These small acts are like the wings of a butterfly that can usher in a typhoon wave effect on the world around you. These are the qualities that we have seen in you, that I have seen in you, and I am so thankful for all that you guys have done. I know that you will all continue to make Clinton the amazing place that it is, so I'll leave you with this quote. When wealth is lost, nothing is lost. When health is lost, something is lost. But when character is lost, all is lost. Billy Graham, thank you all.
Thank you, Stella. The second principle of the National Honor Society, scholarship, which will be explained by our secretary, Ms. Madison McDonald.
Hello, new inductees, current members, and guests of Clinton High School's chapter of the National Honor Society. My name is Madison McDonald, and tonight I will be speaking to you about the pillar of scholarship. You are all here today because you have an appreciation for academic success. To the new members, please know that maintaining the GPA necessary to be a member of the National Honor Society is no joke, and you should all be proud of yourselves for being here today. Your current academic achievements and those that are down the road will set you up for future success. Whether you end up one day pursuing higher education, going right into the workforce, or joining the armed forces, the things that you have learned during your academic careers will help you become self-reliant, productive members of society, because academics gave you the tools to think critically, make rational, well-thought-out decisions, and throughout your life. I know that all of you new members did not have the most traditional start to your high school careers. You, however, persevered through online school, countless hours of Google Meet classes, and juggling the pressures and uncertainties of the world. When times were hard, it may have been easier to give up on your schoolwork, but you made sure to take the time to focus on your academics. In line with the core values of the National Honor Society, you all made sure that you fulfilled your responsibility to your education. It is important to note, however, that although it is important to strive for and achieve good grades, academics are not simply about the grades that one gets. Academics are about learning as much as you can with as much passion as possible, because having the opportunity that you have to learn is not afforded to everybody in this world. You have all shown that you care about, appreciate, and seize the academic opportunities that are given to you, and I would like you to remember how important it is to show this type of initiative and to respect your educators. I would like to leave you all with a quote by the late blues musician B.B. King, I believe sums up why academics and education are so important. The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. Thank you.
Thank you, Maddie. The third principle, leadership, will be evaluated by our Vice President, Ms. Kira Coyne.
Thank you, Cody. We're in high school. We are dreamers. We are innocently brave. We are young, but most importantly, we are leaders. Leadership is one of the 4 pillars that make National Honor Society so exclusive and virtuous. A leader is seen as someone who has authority. It's seen as someone who, when they start talking and the entire room goes silent to hear what they have to say. and it's someone who becomes a representation of the ideal person for a thing or a specific group. Being a leader is challenging. Speaking from experience, it can be exhausting and sometimes daunting. However, this does not even compare to the beauty of it. As some of you know, I work for our school's filming program, Greenlight Studios, as the filming coordinator. With this job came a lot of responsibility, and I had people looking at me to be a leader. When I became filming coordinator, I understood what it meant to be a leader. Having to constantly encourage new filmers to be okay with making mistakes and proceeding to teach them the right way to do things, it really changed my perspective on my role. I listened to them and their ideas, and I allowed them to step outside their comfort zone creatively. But most importantly, through the support of myself and one of the teachers involved, Joe Haney, they grew to be the best versions of themselves. Now, saying some of this, you guys may think you aren't leaders for whatever reason, but that's not true. The qualities required to be a leader do not cultivate in a day. It's a process that takes time to develop within us. Leadership is putting other people before yourself. It's taking charge of your life. It's actively listening to those whose voices aren't often heard, and supporting people wholeheartedly. When I look out at all of you, I see leaders. I see athletic captains who bring up their team every bad play and cheer for them through every victory. I see student representatives who work endlessly to make students' opinion heard and plan a very fun Spirit Week. I see starters of clubs to ensure inclusiveness at CHS. I see a new generation of supportive, confident, distinguished young people who will do amazing things in their lives. To the incoming sophomores, congratulations on your selection into this program. To the current juniors, please continue to represent NHS in the highest standard and be a role model to those younger than you. And to the senior class, we are about to embark on a new journey where we will need courage to follow our dreams and become leaders in our own lives. If these past years have taught me anything, it's that anyone can be a leader as long as they are willing to work towards that status. Thank you.
Thank you, Kira. The fourth tenet of the society, service, will be interpreted by the president, Ms. Samantha Ford.
I would like to congratulate you all on your hard work and achievements over the past few years. Your effort in not only your schoolwork, but as well as your community has not gone unnoticed. I would also like to thank Mr. Holfinger and the Rotary Club for allowing me to speak to you all in service, one of the 4 pillars the National Honor Society is based upon. Service is defined as the action of helping others, but for me, service is much more. After tossing possible career plans around, lawyer, accountant, doctor, I have finally been able to find what I am passionate about thanks to my community involvement. Since 8th grade, my sole focus has been perfecting my grades and my resume, not because I want to appeal to colleges, but because I fear disappointing those around me. I wanted to be seen as an individual, not just as the second mother to my younger brothers. The competition for attention and validation that I unconsciously put myself through caused me to take part in numerous extracurriculars. Over 5 years of rigorous coursework and countless hours spent after school, my proudest accomplishment is my work with the National Honor Society and UMass Memorial in Worcester. My cousin, who is turning 7 this June, was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis when he was born. Fortunately, he is not hospital-bound, so he's able to live a semi-normal life. As the pandemic began, I kept thinking to myself, what would he do if he was stuck in a hospital, unable to see his friends and family? I babysat him and his siblings a lot over the summer and knew that his energetic self would never last in a hospital, at least not without getting on the nurses' nerves. With that in mind, I partnered with UMass Memorial in Worcester and collected over 400 toys for their pediatric oncology unit. My work with UMass Memorial was vital in my decision to study neuroscience, with hopes of entering the medical field as either a neuroscientist, a pediatric oncologist, or as a specialist in neonatal medicine. Of course, I don't expect you all to follow the same path as I will, but I hope that you will take advantage of your time at Clinton High School and within the National Honor Society. Again, congratulations on all of your hard work and dedication to yourself and your community. Thank you.
Thank you, Samantha. The recognition of seniors and the pledge of the National Honor Society will be administered by our principal, Mr. Cermak. The pins will be presented by Ms. Autumn Garceau and Mr. Elias Montas, and the flowers will be presented by Ms. Anna Ward and Mr. Brandon Gore.
Good evening. I have to go off topic for a minute because something that just Sam said about where's my speech. Before I became principal, I had to give a speech for something. And I was sitting next to my friend in the audience, and just before I got called up, he said, "Hey, do you have your speech with you?" I said, "Yeah, it's right here." He said, "Let me see it." So, being a good guy, I gave it to him. He got up and walked out of the auditorium, and then I had to come up. So, teaching moment, seniors. Whenever you're giving a speech, always have an extra. Put one in each pocket. Welcome, students and distinguished guests. I'd also like to welcome the families and friends here this evening joining us to celebrate our students and their induction to the National Honor Society. I'd like to say thank you. Thank you to our students for their interest in the National Honor Society and putting forth the work and effort to achieve the standards to be inducted into the National Honor Society. I would also like to thank everyone who supported these students throughout their lives. Your support enabled these students to reach this milestone. Sorry. First, I'd like to recognize the seniors. I will now recognize the seniors to share their post-high school graduation plans. Seniors, please stand when I call your name to be recognized. Lincoln Ashline, Bentley University, Accounting. Eric Bader, UMass Lowell, Mechanical Engineering. Reagan Bodak, University of Tennessee, Psychology. Stella Brule, Mount Wachusett Community College, Earth Environmental Science. Elijah Brown, Quinsigamond Community College, General Studies. Cody Cavaco, UMaine Machias, Wildlife Biology, Conservation. Juliet Coates, Quinsigamond Community College, Early Childhood Education. Kelly Conroy, University of Rhode Island, Communications Media Studies. Kira Coyne, Pace University, Digital Cinema and Film Entertainment Management. Jorge Curiel, UMass Amherst, Marketing. Daniel Cermak, Merrimack, Computer Engineering. Kylie Dobeck, Assumption University, Business. Emma De Silva, Worcester State University, Criminal Justice. Ian Dumas, Framingham State University, Environmental Science and Policy. Samantha Ford, Holy Cross, Neuroscience. Sydney Furman, Florida Atlantic University, Business. Autumn Garceau, Fitchburg State University, Architectural Engineering. Alan Gomez, Worcester State University, Biology Pre-Med. Brandon Gore, Framingham State University, General Studies. Aiden Grady, UMass Amherst, Sports Management. Gabriela Guerros de Oliveira, Mount Wachusett Community College, Communications. Gisela Hayon, UMass Amherst, Psychology. Alyssa Horn, UMass Lowell, Nursing. Brady Kallenberg, Keene State Construction Management. Jack Lewis, Endicott College, Sports Management. Joanna Lopez, Worcester State University, General Studies. Madison McDonald, Boston University, Mechanical Engineering, concentration in aerospace. Maddie Madugno, Bentley University, Business. Finn McNally, UMass Amherst, Finance. Elias Montas, WPI, Computer Science, Cybersecurity. Patrick Moran, WPI, Mechanical Engineering. Joan Ogando, Southern Adventist University, BFA, Graphic Design. Miranda Osorio, undecided, General Studies. Eva Popecki, UMass Amherst, General Studies. Jeremias Rivera, UMass Lowell, Computer Science, Cybersecurity. Jacob Salvi, UMass Lowell, Business. Josh Seidel, LaSalle University, Strength and Conditioning. Kaylin Silvio, Endicott College, Elementary Education. Sarah Stone, Endicott College, Secondary Education, History. Anna Ward, University of Virginia, History. Melvin Zapata, University of Rhode Island, Kinesiology. I would now recognize the juniors. Juniors, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Now, I will administer the pledge to the new inductees. Inductees, please stand and repeat after me. I state your name. Pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected, striving in every way, by word and deed, to make its ideals the ideals of my school and my life. I will be true to the principles for which it stands, will maintain and encourage the high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. I will now call the pledges up in alphabetical order by grade to receive the National Honor Society pins on stage. Ava Askren. Gabriella Odon Morataya. Ryan Bailey. Noah Bishop. Brady Breyer. Theo Carnes. Sharo Cardenas. Hannah Castrataro. Madison Cunha. Maria Cecilia de Sousa. Jenna Dumas. McKenna Flanagan. Alexander Ford. Olivia Gora. Camden Grady. Paige Johnston. Ariel Larrabee. Joshua Luth. Carrie Beth Mello. Raymond Notaro. Matthew Phillips. Kaylee Poynton. Zion Ramos. Sarah Santos. Hannah Schoolcraft. Emily Silva. Nathan Stone. Joelle Theroux. Jenna Torini. Michael Vanass. Aurora Wood. Madison Dennison. Sophie Howland. Yordenis Matos Espinal. Mark Moran. Thank you, and congratulations, inductees.
Thank you, Mr. Cermak, Autumn, Elias, Anna, and Brandon. We would like to extend an invitation to our new inductees. their parents and guests to a reception in the cafeteria, which will be held immediately following the conclusion of our ceremony. We wish to thank you for joining us this evening for the 68th Annual Induction Ceremony of the Rotary Club, sponsored chapter of the Clinton High School National Honor Society. The program will close with the singing of God Bless America. I would ask that at the conclusion of the song, you remain standing as the National Honor Society members and the members of the Clinton Rotary Club leave the auditorium. Please stand.